What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy, Hit the keys. Here today to do a quick demonstration over MINDst drums by Modalics. Make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. With no further delay, let's get right into this demo, baby. Whoosh.
Hit the key.
All right, guys, so I want to send a special shout out to the sponsor of today's video, and that is Modalics. No worries, they have no control over anything I'm about to say in this demonstration. Matter of fact, they're not even going to see this video until you see this video. So when you open up the plugin, it is going to look like this. This is basically a drum set, but this thing has a lot of control, and the drums in this thing definitely smack. So as you look here, obviously you can tap on all these, and they're all set up to different keys in your keyboard, of course. There's different functionalities with the mapping here that's pretty cool in this thing. As you see here, you can map it however you want to. They also have functions here where you can map it like factory Ableton's drums, Addictive Drums, Beat Scholar, Easy Drummer, Roland, so on and so forth. So that makes for a pretty nice feature there as well. You get a lot of controls in this thing. So each one of the different drum sounds that you click on, boom, you're gonna get different controls here. So you can tune the drums. You got different zones that you can hit on the snare. You also have this velocity curve right here that you can hit, all kinds of stuff that you can control. Under the hood here, you have different controls. So you got drive, compressor, low pass filter, all of that stuff. So much more than that. We're gonna go over all that here briefly. But what I wanna do first is I got a demo beat as always. This beat, it's not all the way mixed down, but let's go. All right, guys, so that's the little demo beat that I put together for you guys today. Let's go ahead and hop back into MINDst drums and check this thing out. So as we look here at the top, you have different controls. So you have different drum kits right here. So you have basically a whole bunch of presets, and all these are basically set up different. So you see here, you get a whole bunch. These are just artists. You're gonna have basic, you're gonna have funk, you're gonna have hip hop, metal, rock, special ones, so on and so forth. So that's pretty solid right there. And then as we click next to that, these are gonna be your different grooves. So you get a ton of grooves in this thing. As you see here, you're gonna get some funky, hard rock, hats, raw funk. And that drum loop that I used in that demo beat was the first drum groove here in the plugin. So I thought it was solid and I ran with it. As you see here though, you're gonna get just a bunch of different drum grooves. I believe they say that overall there is over 100 different drum grooves. So you're just gonna get everything that you kind of need to get going. And then again, like I always say, if you have other drum plugins, you can drop these grooves in there as well, or you can use grooves from other drum set plugins like this, you know what I'm saying, and really make them things go. As you see here, as I was talking about earlier, you get a lot of control. So you also even get more control with effects. So if you actually click on this, boom, bam, you see here on each one of the drums, you get drive, you get compression, EQ, and then you get send controls. And then with some of the other sounds, you're gonna get like different kinds of reverbs and all kinds of different stuff like that. So if you click on this sends button, boom, you got some different reverbs right here. This thing is really, really solid because it's got stuff like you can make the bleeds, you can change what instruments bleed over into each sound. So I guess we'll get into some of that here right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to mute everything except for MINDst drums. And then I'm going to go ahead and go through some of this stuff so that you guys can hear it actually in action. So let's go ahead and get back over here to the main page. And then this is what those drums sounded like that I was using initially. All right, so again, like I was saying earlier, you can easily go through these. You can scroll through, or you can pick them at random, whatever it is that you want to hear. So we'll hear a few more grooves. So as you can see there, they got a bunch of different grooves. We'll go through some more of those along with the beat playing so that you guys can just hear what it's going to sound like with a melody. So let's go ahead and go through some of these different presets or some of these different kits. So I'm just going to hit some of these at random too as well so you can hear them. So what's cool about this too, again, I'm gonna get through some more of this stuff, but with each one of these different instruments, you're gonna have different controls. And with the kick, you get control of the sub here as well. So you can turn the sub off and it'll sound like. But as we turn the sub on, we can get it to thump a little more, obviously. And then we can mess with the release and the hold on this thing too, if we would like. You can also control the pitch of it. So again, that makes for a nice feature. I'm gonna go ahead and go to the next preset though. So that's, obviously, as you guys can tell, that's a pretty solid feature if you wanted to add some sub harmonics onto your kick. You can also tune all the drums. And so if you just want to hear what that one drum sounds like, you can solo that. So now all we're going to hear is the kick. This overlap is going to control basically what sounds are overlapping in each microphone. And so you can control this a little more in depth here on this menu screen, which is nice as well. But we'll go ahead and take this off solo and we'll go ahead and listen to some more of the kits here for you guys. So let's listen to the slow tuned one. So, I mean, you're going to get all kinds of different drum grooves for this thing. You can't beat that. You get those metal drums. You can get some Latin drums here as well. I don't know much about Latin drums, but we're going to see what they sound like. I mean, we getting disco drums. I feel like I want to put the finger up in the air and do the little jam to those. You know what I'm saying? We got Yo Meltzer. Let's go ahead and check some of these out. Tight Stick. All right, so let's go ahead, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it on these hip hop, this dry one, because these are pretty dry drums. Now we're gonna go in here. Let's find a different bounce. All right, I got this one right here up. All right, so now let's go ahead and hop under the hood here and check some of this stuff out. So again, what's cool about this is that you can put reverb or whatever it is individually on each one of these instruments. And then like if you like double click here at the top, you'll see here you got different control on the micings and stuff over here. So that's pretty solid as well. Up here, you also have presets that you can go through. So you have more presets that will basically change the way that the drum sounds. So it'll change all the effects that are on the drums right here. So it'll just give you whatever effects these are. So that's just basically kind of like another preset, but it's just the preset of the actual effects and stuff that you have on there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna solo the snare for just a second, and you'll see here you can just mess with this reverb really easily. So if you can hear, I have this just soloed, but you're getting some of the bleed of the other instruments, and you can control that, and I'll show you guys that here in just a moment as well. I guess I'll show you real quick. If you come over here to bleed level, as you see here, you got all the instruments right here, and you can control the actual bleed level of the other drums from the miking, which is pretty solid. So you see how it had that crash there? You also got back, so you can go back and change everything back really easily. That's not bad, but let's go ahead and listen to what this reverb sounds like as we throw it on. I went back too many times. Hit solo again. All right, so you know what I'm saying? You can hear the reverb on there, but you can also come back to the master. And as you see, I clicked that master effects right there. And then as I come back to the master effects, boom, we can come over here and start messing with the reverb. So now let's turn that plate reverb on. So that's pretty solid in my opinion. You can come over here to effects. You have control over drive. You can basically put a bit crusher on there if you want. You can drive the sound. You got compression right here. You got a low pass filter right here. And then you also have, you know, your resonance right there. So you hear as I'm driving it, I'm getting that to come in. I can also turn up this mix and really get it to sound distorted and have that 8-bit sound on there. So you can do a whole bunch with this thing. You can come over here and like I said, you can change the effects that are on those actual drums. So you can get so many different sounds with these drums. I can't stress enough, things that I like about this are the fact that you can actually come over here and tune each one of these. So boom, you know, I can tune this however I want to. I can come over here and I can change the velocity curve on it as well. So one thing that I cannot forget to show you guys is very important. It's how to get the MIDIs over into your channel rack. Very simple. All you're gonna do is grab this right here. You're gonna come over here, you're gonna drag and drop, and then you're just gonna drop it on whatever MIDI it is that you want it to be on. So boom, you would put it right there and it would be on those drums for you. So another thing that I want to show you guys before I forget, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place with this demonstration. I really do like this drum plugin though. It's a lot in here. So when you come over here to the snare, you got different zones in which you could hit the snare. So as you see here, you have the inside, the middle, and the outside. So I'm just gonna push play and then I'm gonna go through the different zones so you can hear the difference. And then you have different leading hands, so which hand you want to hit the snare. And you can hear it's kind of got a little round robin to it too. The same with this hi-hat right here. Let's go ahead and solo this hi-hat. And then with this. So that's pretty cool. You can alternate hands too as well. And again, I can't stress enough, I love the round robin on this because it just makes it sound so much different. So basically, in my opinion, this is a really fire drum kit, drum set. I like it. The intro price on this is going to be $99. So if you're interested in checking it out, I'll definitely leave the link below in the description. Make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Some hit the key.